In the US, 1 out of 4 citizens speak another language. However, the majority of them did not learn through education, but rather in their household. Compared to our European counterparts, 50% of the people in Europe speak another language and 25% of people are able to speak 3 languages or more. We can't solely compare ourselves to Europe, however. In Africa, most people are able to speak European languages such as English, Dutch, French, and even Portuguese, as well as being able to speak native African languages. If we take a look at educational statistics, hopefully this will help us understand why the United States has such a hard time learning other languages compared to other countries all over the world. As of 2014, only 18% of US students are enrolled in foreign language courses. In comparison, in Europe, 50% of students are enrolled in 2 or more foreign language classes. And in some countries such as France, Germany, Luxembourg, and Austria, upwards of 90% of students are enrolled in 2 or more foreign language classes. After seeing this information, I couldn't help but ask the question, why? Why doesn't the US prioritize foreign languages in schools? Why is it that the rest of the world seems to prioritize learning a foreign language more than the US does? In order to answer these questions, I wanted to look at US students' individual accounts of foreign language classes at any level. In order to do this, I talked with several MSU students and their experience with foreign language in high school as well at the university. Here are just a few of the people I talked with. After leaving high school, were you happy with the progress you made through taking language courses?
I personally stopped taking my language when I was a sophomore in high school. So after I left high school, I didn't really remember much of it, which was unfortunate.
When were you first able to take serious foreign language in school? Too early, too late, or at just the right time?
Just the right time. 7th grade, I think.
How effective were the classes you took? Do you think they could have been better, or were they sufficient, or maybe even too difficult?
They were good for that level for 7th grade.
Do you think that other students would be interested in foreign language if there was more of a strain on the importance of it, or will it remain the same or decrease?
Increase. There's more strain.
Can you explain why?
I don't know. They'd probably just take it more seriously, I'm assuming.
I think if they made it seem like a bigger deal, then students would be very interested because it gives you a leg up in a lot of career fields if you know foreign language.
Out of the 5 students I interviewed, they all seemed to be content with the amount of foreign language they learned. However, they were in consensus that it would be better to put more of a strain on learning foreign languages in school. In order to compare their experiences on more of an international level, I decided to interview my friend Vicente from Mexico and get his experience on learning English as a second language in his school. Okay, so when were you first able to take a foreign language class in school? Like, how old were you?
I was very little. It was in kindergarten. When I was little, I used to take other classes in English, not just English class. I used to take science class in English and other classes in English, so you get used to the language in other ways, not just English class. I think that Americans don't choose to speak other languages because they think English is the only thing you need. They think that you're cool with English and it's like the comfort zone, but they don't know how much you can grow as a person if you start learning other language.
After talking to Vicente, it became very clear that his school prioritized learning another language way more than any of the students I talked to. I personally am on my 6th year of learning Spanish, and I can still barely speak the language, let alone get my point across. And here Vicente is conducting an interview in English, a language he's not even native to, just shows how much better international schools are at teaching foreign languages compared to those in the US. Although the system may be hard to change, I believe it's imperative that we begin to teach students at younger ages other languages so they're more adept at learning them. On top of that, there really isn't any consequences with teaching kids foreign languages at younger ages. It will only help them be more adept at learning them and being more culturally aware of countries across the world. Hopefully with this, we'll be able to tackle the language deficit that the United States currently has compared to other countries all over the world.